What is the most morally corrupt thing you have done in a video game? FIFA 95, injuries on, fouls off, press B plus C together, punch other team to death, win league, win World Cup, win everything. In Oblivion there's an enchantment that creates an item of clothing that deals fire damage to whoever wears it. There is also a weightless hood, which allows you to reverse pickpocket it into other inventories. If you named the hood AAA, to put it first alphabetically, then any NPC would wear the hood instead of its other garb. Using the duplication glitch I created dozens of these, then gave them to every essential NPC in the game. An eternal cycle of burning alive till they passed out, only to awaken to the same hell, forever unending, all because they had the arrogance to be immortal in a game where I could die. Edit, how it works for the curious. Bonus story, I duplicated the Dark Brotherhood's poison apple and replaced all the food in an inn with apples. Went to sleep for 24 hours and woke up to an inn full of dead patrons. The bartender didn't say anything to me as I left, but from the look in her eyes, she knew. Edit 6K bonus story. Thanks guys. Whenever I kill a mark in the Dark Brotherhood I trap their soul in a black soul gem. Then I use their soul to enchant a pair of leather boots with a Fortify Strength or Fortify Carry enchantment and sell it to a merchant. I like to think the soul of Adamus Philido is being used by a farmer to make slogging produce through the mud easier. Edit 12K bonus story. Because I like talking, I wanted to start keeping track of how many people I killed in each area. Since bodies disappeared when a cell reset but dropped items didn't, I started dropping torches wherever they died. It was extra special because for some reason dropped torches ignited when the cell reset, so there would be a little fire every spot where a character died, like fireflies gathering in the dark. Edit for the gilding, thank you. Gonna have to go to Skyrim for this one. I downloaded a bunch of mods to make the world feel more alive, one of which added more travelers to the roads. They also made the game glitcher. I ran across a knight in full plate mail and decided to level up my sneak, so I stealth shot him with my bow until he had no health, but he didn't die. So I pulled out my daggers and went to town on him, and for whatever reason I leveled up significantly faster than normal. After 10 minutes real time of wailing on this immortal knight I got bored, so I walked away. Soon as I got out of melee range he looked at me and said, "Are you done?" Then collapsed, dead. Right after he died a gang of roving monks poured out of the woods, all hostile at me. Luckily a group of Imperial soldiers walked by on their patrol. I decided to be clever and have the Imperials kill the monks, but all the soldiers did was watch me being attacked, saying, "Oh, this will be good." So I led the monks into the forest and predator style killed them one by one. I wanted to hunt down those shitty ass Imperials, but they were long gone. One day. Edit, this thread is dead, but I've never been gilded twice, so I figured I owed my benefactor something. In Skyrim, one of the early Dark Brotherhood quests has you killing Nielsen Shatter Shield, whose sister recently died. I wanted to make this one special, so I walked up to her and said, "Do you hear that? It's the sound of your sister, screaming in the void." Unfortunately she didn't attack me, so I couldn't get the townsfolk to kill her. So instead I waited till nighttime and followed her home and cast fury on her, causing her parents to beat her to death. Turns out when Nielsen dies her mother commits suicide, so I resurrected the mom as a zombie and had her kill her husband. I am thorough when completing a job. In GTA 5 we can talk to random pedestrians. So I would go and insult this guy in front of the cops with Trevor. After 3 or more insults, the random guy goes into a fight mode. As soon as he lands his first punch, the cops shoot him down and kill him. In TAFE, if you punch a car it isn't seen by the cops as a crime. However, the person inside will get out and punch you. The cops will kill the person, leaving the car there that you can now drive away in with no punishment. Sims 3. Introduce self to rich neighbor, seduce wife, move in, kick husband out onto street, impregnate wife, kick pregnant wife out onto street. Rinse and repeat with richer neighbor until all the money and bastards are mine. Played The Sims. No one has ever played that game straight. Sure, you try to be a good sim god, But then the monotony of living your daily life as a digital sim just gets boring. So you start trying to see how many neighbors you can woohoo. You try to see how many marriages you can wreck. You get a job as a clown and start hiding bodies in the basement. You relentlessly punish Sims for simple mistakes. Pee on the floor because you were too tired to make it to the bathroom? Great. Here is a doorless room filled with toilets, you disgusting piece of digital shit. In Fable 3, I married a woman to have a child with her for the achievement. I then killed my wife, which sent my kid to the game's orphanage, which I later had converted into a brothel. Wanted to adopt a kid in Skyrim, but I didn't like any of the ones at the orphanage. So I googled the list of children who could potentially be adopted. Decided on Aerith because she came with a dog. So I headed out to Left-Hand Mine and murdered her mother, making Aerith available for adoption. Joke's on me, though the game glitched so I didn't get the dog, and it turns out Skyrim kids kind of suck. Edit, y'all are some sick fricks. There used to be a mod for the game Minecraft where you could run villagers into a grinding block and it would spit out meat and emeralds. You could then eat the meat that you produced. So murder in a dragged out and awful way followed by cannibalism. Spider-Man 2, PS2, I never returned that lost balloon to that kid. I wanted it for myself. Back when I played WoW they used to have this orphan event where you could get an orphan and show him around the world. The first year, or maybe even only the first couple of days, the kid could draw aggro and get beat on by the monsters in the area. I used him as a distraction to loot and pillage while the kid was eaten by a variety of monsters. Played a Port of Trouble in Terrorist Town, started as a traitor. Almost immediately, I have an idea. Kill two of the innocent right away without witnesses to get just enough money to buy explosives, a traitor-only item. I give them to a fellow traitor and follow him to the tester, a box that tells you the alignment of players, only if they're willing to enter, and promptly kill him in front of almost the entire innocent team, and his body drops the explosives. Now, they think I'm an innocent. Surely I wouldn't voluntarily drop 100 rank points and risk a team killer ban for a scheme, right? Afterwards, 10 of us run around and kill all the other traitors, all the while I'm trailing slightly behind to pick up all the dropped T-only items. After it's all done, there's some paranoia and everyone runs back to the tester, not after a few panic innocent on innocent team kills. 4 of us left, 2 run into the tester at once. They get locked in for just long enough so that I can kill the only other guy and spam trip means on the tester door. They're locked in, and don't have any way out except to kill themselves. Oh you motherfricker. Reported for team kill. There was another rule that states you can't get banned for malicious team killing if you win, given the nature of the game. Scot-free. I should mention that traitors can see the spectator chat of their dead allies. Lots of salt. In the end though, all the other Ts got awarded some rank for a win. Civ 4, I like to turtle so I'll do my own thing, researching and building wonders. But when some a-hole like Montezuma declares war and raids a couple of my cities, I raise a giant army and counter-attack. I don't capture his cities, I burn every last one to the ground. I don't want anyone to remember that he or his people even existed. Then I send out settlers to establish new cities on the burning ruins of his forgotten ones. My nephew beats pigs to death in Minecraft with the raw pork he gets from the previously killed pig. He does this for hours. Edit, a bonus: his second favorite thing to do is ride the horses off of cliffs so they die from fall damage. I swear he's a nice kid. Yesterday I played Civ 5, and basically got a great start, then befriended all the other civs, allied with every city-state, and basically was the all-round peace-loving and scientifically successful nation. Then I rushed nukes, put some carriers around the world and nuked every single other civ and state in one round. I felt pretty bad afterwards. One time in Super Mario 64 I threw the baby penguin off of a cliff. No regrets. As a Crusader Kings 2 player. Where to start? I have married my daughter and had kids with her. I have killed dynasties. I usually kill my brothers and nephews. I kill infants very often. I eat people and sacrifice virgins to Satan. Humiliate and mutilate rivals, etc. Fallout New Vegas. I opened Mr. House's containment chamber, dropped a bunch of food and mushroom bits in, then closed it again, sealed in the flavor. I'm sure his excellent immune system had fun dealing with that.